Good Friday morning, everybody. Welcome into the latest edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, we are here on BettingPros.com. We're being brought to you by BetMGM and that $20 offer that you could use today on the Parlay. It is a Friday. That means it's time for another Don't Bet a Parlay. We are 6-22 all time. We hit the parlay last week. Let's hit 2 in a row. I actually have been pretty good with parlays. I've hit 3 in a row over the last 3 days. 2-leg moneyline parlays in baseball have been very, very good. But, I mean, as long as the Giants hold on to this 7-0 lead over Colorado here in the 7th inning, we're good to go. So, it's been a fun couple of days. Full recap coming up here in just 1 second. But Juice100 is the promo code. $20 to win $100 on any wager if you use that promo code Juice100 when you sign up for a new account at BetMGM, BetMGM.com, or on the BetMGM app. All right, 5-2 yesterday. Way up. Huge day. How about the Patriots getting over on their win total? On their point total, 17.5, by a 91-yard touchdown run with under a minute to go as they were trying to run the clock out. But Ron Rivera was taking timeouts in a preseason game, pissed off the Patriots, and the Patriots then went and ran 91 yards down the sidelines. Stevenson gets us to over 17.5. Bang. Patriots +2. Bang. 2-0 there. We get the Steelers +1.5 right. That's our third win on football, and then we lost our first bet, the under 35. So 5-1, the start for us here to start the NFL season. That's a thing of beauty. You know what was a beautiful thing? The Field of Dreams tribute on YouTube. I'm wearing my hat in tribute. I'm wearing my John Smoltz hat. Very similar to the hat that John Smoltz was wearing a little old school baseball shirt here on YouTube. What a win for the White Sox. I had a personal play on the White Sox money line at +141. That was a nice little cash. But the official play was team total White Sox over 5.5. That got there pretty easily thanks to Andrew Heaney, who is an absolute train wreck. The bullpen for the Yankees, absolute train wreck. What a night. What an incredible game. What an amazing, amazing event for the folks in Iowa. I spent 2 years in Des Moines, 5 years in Nebraska, tons of time in Council Bluffs, tons of times in Iowa and Ames and Iowa City and Cedar Rapids, and it's just special. It's a special part of the country. It really is. It's not the greatest. It's not the most fun place to live, but the people are outstanding, and they make that environment, they make that community, they make everything about that event happen. It was really, really special, really cool, and what a game, what a win for the White Sox. Walk off by Tim Anderson. Some of you guys on the Discord hit ridiculous home run parlays yesterday. One guy had a $10 bet to win $1,100 that cashed. I mean, just hello. Thing of beauty. Absolutely thing of beauty. So much fun. So a +181 parlay hit when the Cardinals won their game 7-6. We had the under in that game, so we got that wrong. But the Cardinals money line, that cashed. And then we're watching right now with the Giants up big on the Rockies at home. So as long as they don't blow that lead, we'll cash a +181. It's a 5-2 day. Way, way up. Really cool. The +115 was the White Sox team total at +1.5. So I had 2 ads off the podcast yesterday. That's why being in the Discord channel is what I recommend for everybody. Even if you don't take my plays, you can fade them or you can use them for your own handicapping purposes. I post plays all the time, bettingpros.com/chat, or underneath me here on YouTube for that link to get in. We're about to start football season. We're 5-1, okay? This is the time, okay? Betting on preseason football is not stupid. We got 3 games tonight. I got plays on all of them to get into it. It's not a bad thing. There's edges, there's margins, there's ways of making money here in the preseason against the books because they don't set big lines, and you can do handicapping, you do research, and you can come out and you can find your way. The narratives are really good. Take a look at the coaches, what their records are against the spread. It's good. I mean, Patriots winning, Mac Jones playing as much as he did, all those things are predictable. We saw it, and it happened. I mean, it's not rocket science to get into it. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out what's happening here, and you can make money. So 5-1 start on football. Beautiful start to the NFL season, which is really, really cool. Okay, quickly before we get to the picks, we did not do the Discord bet yesterday due to technical difficulties with the Discord app and the Discord technology. It will happen on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. before all the games, okay? So 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Discord chat, 8 a.m. Pacific time, you'll get me on the Discord talking about the plays. You guys can make your predictions. We can break down. There are, I think, 10 NFL games on Saturday. 10, okay? So you have a laundry list of things to suggest, to recommend for plays to get with the Discord. We're 7 and 11 all time in the Discord, and we're trying to do better, okay? So that will happen Saturday morning. Mark your calendars, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific on Saturday on the Discord channel for our Discord bet of the week that you guys will recommend. We'll put them all up, and then we'll vote and find out what we're going to bet for Saturday's podcast, okay? So that's on Saturday. All right, so parlay here, okay? Let's jump into the parlay right away. It is a 4-leg parlay that is currently at plus 677, okay? So here's where we're going. 2 baseball bets following the same exact logic that we have had over this entire week. I have been hot, amazingly enough, betting baseball. Like, what? Remember, I play these games all individually normally. This time around, I am going to bet this parlay. I actually really do like this parlay. I think there's a real good shot this parlay comes in, okay? So here's where I'm going with this. Milwaukee Brewers at the Pirates. Okay, this is a good pitching matchup for Milwaukee. You've got a gas can named Mitch Keller going with a 7.06 ERA. You got Brett Anderson who's going for the Brewers, 4-5 with a 3.54 ERA. The Brewers are 38-19 on the road. They are very good on the road. They're up by 8 games on Cincinnati. They've won 4 games in a row, and they're scoring 17 runs, 10 runs, 6 runs, 4 runs as they swept the Cubs. They lost 5-4 to the Giants and 9-6 to the Giants, but they scored 4 runs and 6 runs over the last week. Milwaukee's bats are definitely hot. Milwaukee money line against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Like their offense, like their pitching. Milwaukee to win. Leg 1. Leg 2, Giants right back here up against the Colorado Rockies, who continue to be just an absolute embarrassment on the road. They cannot beat anybody on the road. This will be tonight officially loss number 43 for the Rockies on the road. They will fall to 13-43 on the road. So we're coming back with the money line for the Giants against the Rockies, and we got 2 football plays. 2 plays that I am not going to give out officially, but Tennessee and the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, look, neither team's going to play their offenses for that long. Neither team's going to play their star players for that long. And both teams' defenses need a lot of work. I think both teams' defenses are going to play really, really hard here. And I think this is a defensive game, not an offensive game. We're going under 38 for Titans and the Falcons. Okay, under plays. I know the under died with the Steelers and what they were able to do, but that was Pittsburgh's second game. So they were able to come out even without Big Ben, and they played before. So that's why we bet them to win their game at plus 1.5, and they won the game outright, pretty easily against the Philadelphia Eagles because they dominated the second half. It was all Eagles first half, all Steelers second half. Under 38 is the first play for football, and then Buffalo is catching 1.5 points from the Detroit Lions. This number has totally flipped, and I'm not really sure why. Initially, the Bills were favored, and maybe because they thought that they were going to have some of Josh Allen. Look, Mitch Trubisky's got a lot to prove, and I think having Trubisky out there playing against this Detroit team that's an absolute bunch of scrubs, I'm not against it at all. Buffalo's got good running back depth. I think they got a lot of guys trying to make this team. They got a lot of talent on this team. Detroit's got Dan Campbell, who all this stuff that Detroit's talking about is such nonsense. He definitely wants to win the game, okay? I'll give you that. The Detroit's going to want to try to win the game at the end because Dan Campbell's like that. So there is a little bit of a fear factor there, but I'm getting plus points. I'm getting plus 1.5 here at Buffalo. I think just top to bottom, Buffalo's the better team. And I think in Dan Campbell's first game out, Jared Goff, how he plays, I don't like Detroit's roster. I don't think they play anybody of real consequence. I'm going to take the plus 1.5 here with the Buffalo Bills. Okay, it's a plus 677 parlay, 4 legs. We are going the Brewers money line. We're going Giants money line, Bills plus 1.5, and under 38 for the Titans and the Falcons for the 4 legs of the parlay for a plus 677 parlay. We hit a plus 680, I think it was last week, right? Plus 630 parlay that we hit last week. So we'll come back here and jump in with that for a 4-leg parlay. Okay, Don't bet a parlay. I don't play it, but there it is. Okay, I actually am going to play that, but not officially. I am going to play that with you guys because I do like that parlay. All right, so let's start here with the NFL and talk about where we are because I got 3 plays for you guys officially to give out, and I'm going to hold off on baseball. And it's Friday, it's Saturday, Sunday, it's football time for me. I'd rather put these units to bet football. Let's talk about the last game of the night. Well, I guess it's that game. Yeah, it's the yeah. So it's all 3. It's the game being kicked off at 10 o'clock. It's the last game of the night. Cardinals and the Cowboys. I did not like what I saw out of the Cowboys at all in Week 1. And now you got Dak Prescott going back for a second MRI. Zeke Elliott's not going to play. And the Cardinals, this is a big year for the Cardinals. Home teams with something to prove. Cliff Kingsbury needs to prove to his fans that his team's ready to go. And I'm not talking about Cliff Kingsbury. I'm talking about everybody. This team, Kingsbury's on the hot seat. He's going to have to get out there and win these games and prove that this team is going to be competitive and this team can get out there and win. Cardinals are the better team, but I also think they're the more motivated team. I think when you look at head coaches and their record, how they play, quarterback play, how much is the quarterback going to play? Don't think you're going to see many more than a couple series, if that, from Kyler Murray. And then what's the motivation? And I think Cliff Kingsbury is extremely motivated here. I got minus 105 here. I'm laying a 1.5 with the Cardinals at minus 105. Cardinals to win, Cardinals to cover at home at minus 105 for a half a unit. And then I'm also taking the under 39.5 in this game, mostly because I don't think Dallas's offense is going to do anything. Don't think they're going to play a lot of guys. They'll look better than what they did with the 3 points that they scored in the first game, but I don't think Mike McCarthy cares about this preseason stuff. I think it's all about Dak, and they know that. I think they're going to be very careful with their defense, and I think they'll give up second-half points, and I don't think they'll score all that much personally. The total is the highest on the board so far at 39.5. I'm going under 39.5 at minus 110 for the Cowboys here and the Cardinals. So 2 plays on that one game, Cardinals-Cowboys, Cardinals minus 1.5, and under 39.5 for Cowboys and the Cardinals. Now, the first game of the night is the first time I can kind of jump into my little bag of where we are numbers-wise with coaches. And it is now known here that, well, coaches, there are certain coaches in the NFL that do not care about preseason, and Mike Vrabel is one of them. Mike Vrabel's record is 2-6 against the spread as a head coach in the preseason. He simply doesn't care. I don't blame him for not caring. I don't blame him for saying this is nothing to worry about in terms of like my team, and I want my team to be good. I want my team to be ready. I want my team to be prepared. I don't need my team to be good here in the preseason. I don't care about winning preseason games. And again, it goes back to what team needs to play well. And the team that needs to play well, the Atlanta Falcons. They're at home. They're laying 1 point here. Falcons, I think, are motivated. New head coach. And Arthur Smith used to be the coach of the Tennessee Titans. Used to be assistant coach there. So you know he wants to beat his old team. Vrabel doesn't care. Motivation. Head coach of the Falcons is motivated. The team is motivated. Titans under Vrabel don't play well. I'm laying 1 point here with the Falcons minus 1 at minus 110 for a half a unit up against the Tennessee Titans. Okay? So 3 plays for you guys officially, plus the parlay as well. I very well might add a baseball play. I may have something else going on. May have a summer league play or something that I'll add during the Discord channel at some point during the day. But again, to refresh the official plays, Cardinals minus 1.5 at minus 105, under 39.5 at minus 110, Cardinals, Cowboys, and Falcons minus 1 at minus 110 are the 3 official plays for a half a unit here, plus the parlay, which has 2 baseball plays. We're going with the Giants money line, Brewers money line, Bills plus 1.5, and the under for Titans, Falcons at 38. Are the 4 legs of the parlay. Don't bet a parlay. We're 6-22 all time on that parlay. Hit it last week. We are way up, like 17 units up. If you bet $100, don't bet $100. But if you ever did, if you're betting $100 on every time I put up one of these parlays, you would be up $1,700. It's not bad at us with a plus 677 parlay going here tonight for us for the Don't Bet a Parlay parlay. My name is Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning we're here on BettingPros.com. It's the Daily Juice being brought to you by BetMGM.